Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a slightly different video for you. As I may have mentioned in recently, I've been on holiday. We actually came back yesterday, although this is now going to air a week later. As usual, I'm filming ahead. And so I did a bit of shopping while I was on holiday, so I thought I might show you what I bought and then try and use some of it in some of my fairy journal ephemera. So let's just get started. We only went down. We went down to West Sussex for we were down there for 4 days. So a nice little break. It felt like a holiday, even though it wasn't really very long. But on the way down, we went down on the Monday and we went straight down to a town called Arundel, which is a lovely old town, old cobbled streets, and it's got some wonderful shops and antique shops and a bit vintage shops and things like that. So what we usually do is when we go somewhere like that, we'll separate for a bit. Richard will go off and have a bit of explore, perhaps go and look at the castle or whatever there is locally for him to look at. I think there is a castle in Arundel, and he just has a little mooch round really, and he leaves me to explore the shops. Unfortunately, I didn't find very much in Arundel. I found quite an interesting art centre, antique centre, and I did buy one thing. And I had just found the most interesting antique shop with lots of little nooks and crannies, and it was time to meet up again. So by that time we needed to have something to eat, so I didn't get to go back, unfortunately. I think I might have found a few things in there if I'd had a little bit longer. But you know, we were on holiday together, and I think I'd had plenty of time to look around. It's just that I ended up missing this particular place at the beginning of my search and just found it right at the end. But such is life. Anyway, what I did find was this antique centre in a converted church. So I think there were quite a few empty areas. I think there was clearly a few people missing. But I did find these. They're not really antique or vintage really, but they're just vintage looking fabric squares. I think I haven't even looked at them. I just thought they looked really pretty, so I thought I'll grab those. They weren't very expensive. I'm not quite sure. I think they're about. I think the sign or the label said 12 by 12, but that might have been referring to something else. So they're just swatches really. So I just thought they were really pretty. So there's that one. So I'm guessing the size is definitely not 12 by 12. I think that was if you bought them individually. I think if you bought separate pieces, they were 12 by 12. But this is 12 by... Oh, wrong way around. Oh, hang on. Where's my ruler? Get the ruler the right way around. 12 by 7.5. So quite a nice size. Plenty of fabric for doing ruffles or making all sorts of things really with them. They're big enough to do lots of things with. And there's another one. That's a really pretty one, like that. Oh, and I love this one too. So there are five in here. So then there's... Oh, that's a bigger one. That's just been cut at a funny angle by the looks of it. But so it's longer, but slightly strangely cut, that one. But very pretty, I like that. And then this one's a lovely one too. All these florals, I do love a floral. That's really pretty. And then there's this one. This one looks quite 70s to me in a way, I don't know why. But yeah, that's also quite pretty, although it's not my favourite colour, the background colour, but that's really pretty as well. So those were really nice. Anyway, so that's all I managed to get in Arundel. I feel like there were more things for me to find. Maybe we'll go back one day. We went there many years ago when the girls were really small, on our own for a weekend. And I remember finding some interesting things. And I remembered that church, that converted church from before, but it had a lot more stalls in it that time. Clearly it's been affected, or the stall holders have been affected by the pandemic. Anyway, then the next day we went to a little seaside place called Bosham, which was really pretty. And they had like a craft centre there. And there were lots of things, but not many things that were my sort of thing. But they did have these packs of dyed fabrics and various bits of lace and buttons and things. So I thought They had a few and I nearly bought 2, but they were very similar to each other. So I thought it might be a bit over the top to get 2 that were very similar. They were small changes, but they were all the same sort of colour scheme, and a slight variations in what was inside, but this was the one I liked. Thought they had the best combination of things. So let's just get rid of that bit of paper somewhere. So we've got a piece of lilac sort of broderie anglais. That's really pretty. Quite a long piece actually. That's lovely. Because I'm thinking these colours, obviously I'm thinking of my fairy journal. I should be able to use some of this, I hope, to decorate some of the tags and pockets and things. So that's really pretty. And then another lovely lilac lace. Isn't that gorgeous? That colour is beautiful. I think that one and this one were the 2 things that really took my eye in this pack. I don't think they had this lace in any of the other packs, which is why I went for this one. I just thought it was really pretty. So I love that. And those 2, really pretty. So I've got those. Just putting them all in a little basket here so I don't lose them. Then, whoops, more buttons. Then there's some bits of, ooh, there's like a mohairy thread, really fluffy thread. So they'd be quite good for tag toppers. That one and this one. This one's really soft. It's lovely. It's quite a thick, but it's that lovely soft wool. It's really nice. So I might be able to use that as for tag toppers, possibly. Really pretty. And then there's this piece of fabric. Oh, it's got a word in it. Little sort of plastic word. It says friends. I hadn't even seen that. So there's this. It's quite thick. Is that a single piece? It's a really thick piece of fabric. Not quite sure what I can use it for at the moment, but I'm sure I can. Make a good pocket, I think. Anyway, so that's that, and it's that lovely blue. That's a really nice colour. And there's some more of the. So it's a different colour, this one, of the broderie anglais. So there's this one that's really purpley lilac-y, and this one much more of a pinky lilac, more of a mauve, I suppose. Yeah, quite different colour, much pinkier, but also a nice amount of that. And then a whole bunch of buttons, which are all. I'll get some of these out. There we go. Why not get a few of them out? Have a look. Some of them are more difficult to use. This one's like a little ladybird. See, it's got little wings. Can you see? Little ladybird. But it's got this lump in the bottom, and I'm not sure how to get rid of that. Well, I know how to get rid of it. I just don't think I can get rid of it. There's a few like that, but a lot of them are flat. There's a bead here. I better put that back in before it rolls away. I do think that's rather sweet, but don't know whether I'll be able to use it. And a nice variety of greens and blues. So I'll put these bits back in. So if I can find, I'll get a little dish and I'll put them in there a bit quicker. And my friends, there we are. So there's all my little buttons. Put those in there. Okay, so that was Bosham, which is a really, really lovely little place. A little bit touristy, but not overly so. And most of the people there were kind of our age group. It was people of a certain age were enjoying Bosham. Right, so then, what did we do then? So that was, so Monday was Arundel, Tuesday was Bosham, and then we went on and did other things after that. Then on Wednesday we went into Chichester, and we were staying quite near Chichester, and I really wanted to spend some time there, which was a really, really interesting place. We went to the cathedral, beautiful cathedral, and then we did our usual. Richard went off exploring, went on the city walls and had a bit of a tour around, and I went and explored the shops, and I didn't find any antique shops. I think they were probably a bit too far out, not right in the centre of town, because I didn't have a lot of time. But I did find a shop called The Works. Now this is quite a common, it's a chain, but I haven't been to The Works for a long time because we do have one not far away, but I hadn't been. So I had a bit of a spend up in the works because they do quite a good craft area that's not very expensive. So I just went a bit mad and had a basket and just kept putting things in. So I ended up buying 2 packets of these little ribbon bows that's in a cream and a pale blue. Again, I'm thinking possibly fairy journal, but just because they're quite handy, and I do have bows, but I don't very often think to use them, so I thought I would like to use bows a little bit more, and they were pretty, so I thought get those. Then I found this pack of craft leaves in all these lovely gorgeous autumn colours. I don't know if I'm going to do an autumn journal this year, but I couldn't resist. I've seen these people using these things quite a bit on YouTube, and so I thought, well, if I grab a pack, then I might find a use for them at some point. Maybe even next year they'll be there if I decide to do an autumn journal. I've never done one, but it is the sort of thing that I think I'd enjoy doing. I love the colours. So I got those. Then I found these are craft envelope bags, or they're like coin envelopes. So, so this is a pack of 3 in a white and in a craft. So I thought I might be able to use those. They'd be fun to decorate, and they're all 3 different sizes, so they were quite good. So I've got those. I've got a big pack of twine, like baker's twine, and it was such a good price. I mean, the prices are ridiculous at this place. So I've got that, because I don't think I have that colour, and it's just useful. It's very neutral, so you can use it for all sorts of things. Then I found this. It's like a little tin or a little tub. I've just eased off the lid of stamps, and if I get those out, they are Christmas stamps. So we've got Rudolph. I thought, well, Christmas coming up, little Christmas tree. They're little peg stamps, so they'll be quite fun. And it comes with some ink pads as well. So there's a red, there's a gold, there's a silver, and a green. So they'll be handy. And a whole bunch of little stamps. So then you've got Santa Claus. You've got like a little parcel, little gift. Snowman. And a snowflake. So they're just little peg stamps, but they'll be quite fun to decorate pages with. Small things. I thought that was quite good, and I quite like the little tin as well. Bit of a novelty. Whoops. So I'll just pop those back in. So I won't be using these in my fairy journal, but I think it's probably the first Christmas thing I've bought this year. And as it's only September, it's probably a little bit early, but you are starting to see lots of Christmas things about already. I guess after the disastrous Christmas the shops probably had last year, they want to get their Christmas things in as early as possible. People are going to have, I think, an appetite for Christmas things this year because we felt so deprived last year. And last but not least, I found these little boxes. And I've been wanting some little boxes just for storing small things. I've got quite a lot of little baskets and little boxes that are like open. But I thought it'd be really useful to have some little boxes that I can just keep things in, keep them safe. And I got a bit excited when I saw these because I'd had in mind I wanted some little boxes, but I didn't know where to get them from. And I saw these, so I bought 2 packs. So I'm all supplied now for places to keep all my little bits. I think things like I'm a bit obsessed with tiny envelopes at the moment. I've seen a lot. I've been watching a lot of Barbara on 49 Dragonflies. I've been watching a lot of her videos. She's been really inspiring me with some of my ideas for my fairy journal. She has made a fairy journal. I came across it by chance, and she did some beautiful things in there. And she makes these teeny tiny envelopes, and I've been trying to make some. And also Gail did those little envelope clusters. If you've seen her do those, I've been making some of those. But I'd got a bit carried away making little tiny envelopes, so put some in one of these. There was somewhere to keep them. Okay, and then after I'd been to the works, I then found haberdashers. And they had all sorts of yummy things. So I spent a fair bit of time in there. So, what have I got? The bag full of goodies. Okay, so I didn't buy a lot of lace. I didn't have an awful lot of things that really took my eye, but I did think this was really pretty. It's got a slight glitter in it. It's like a kind of gold thread in it. I don't know if you can see that, but really pretty. So you could do it as cut it into however long, or have individual flowers and then put a little bead or something in the middle, or a pearl or whatever. But I just thought, oh, that's just gorgeous. So I got that. And on a similar vein, these are gold. Similar thing, but smaller. Whoops. In a gold thread. So again, possibly Christmassy. Both of them possibly could go into a Christmas journal, but this one most definitely. So yeah, so I got those. They were the only sort of lengths of lace I did buy. I also found this in there, which is meant to be, I suppose it's a collar. If you look, it's like a collar, but I thought it would do for many other things. It can be cut up. I think it was really pretty. So I thought I'd grab that one. It was quite expensive, so I only got one of those. Got some little packs of sequiny things. So I've got 3 little packs. So this is little teeny tiny, they're little flowers, really. Little tiny flowers. I don't know if you can see those. Really pretty blue. These are, again, like little tiny flower sequins in the purple. And then these flowers as well, in the sort of turquoisey colours. So these are all colours, all things that I could probably use on my fairy journal. So they may well get used later on in this video. I'd really like to try and use some of them. And they had these little bins where you bought 3 for £1 or something. So I did. I went a bit mad. More bows. I don't know why I got a thing about bows yesterday. No, not yesterday. Whenever it was, I was in Chichester. So I bought everything in 3. So 3 blue bows with little tiny roses in the middle. 3 of these little, again, like little roses in a blue. 3 in a pink. And 3 in white, or cream really. So I've got those. And then these little things were really pretty, I thought, as well. 3 of these. So little flower clusters with beads underneath. So I've got a green one, a cream one, and a lilac one. Like that. So that was my little haul on my holiday. I would have liked to have found some more, old stuff, antique stuff, vintage stuff, but you have to get what you find, don't you? And I was quite happy with the things that I did find. So what I'll do is I'll clear this stuff away. I'll just keep out the bits that I think I might use, and then we'll do some decorating of some of my fairy ephemera. So I'll be right back. Okay, I thought we might decorate one or two of the things that we've already started in earlier videos. So this one is the canvas, the self-adhesive canvas piece that I did right at the beginning, where I did my little fairy reveal. The fairy stamp hasn't come out brilliantly because this is a fabric really. It's an adhesive backed fabric piece. But I thought it'd be quite nice to perhaps do something a bit more with this. So I think what I might do, I've just got a few bits around me trying to decide how best to use this and what best to use on it. I did stamp this word believe. When I got my new peg stamps, I think I mentioned that as well as doing a word across like sparkle, you could also do connect them vertically and make a word like believe going down, which I thought might look quite nice here, but I think it will need something behind it, so I haven't quite decided what. I've got a piece of this isn't quite big enough, which would be a nice colour on here. This is a piece of Lorella paper, which is a Tracy Fox kit, but I've got another bit here, and I could put a piece of this behind it, but it might be a little too pale, but it would show up quite nicely against the background. Another option I thought was one of my pieces of new broderie anglais lace that was dyed, and I think possibly it could go along the edge there with the word believe there. That might look quite nice. They're going down to the bottom, and I might want to put another little something just to tidy up that edge. I'm not sure, so that might look quite good. Actually, I think it might be upside down. No, it was the right way up. So that's another option. But I think I might need another little something on the edge there. But that'd be quite nice to have it going in that way and then just having this little edge sticking out. I'm wondering if I can have another little piece of lace along the edge there. I don't know. That'd be too much, I think. Right, so there's that. Now the other thing I want to do is put a little bit more sparkly stuff on here. So I'm just trying to decide. I have got my little stamp. So that's the stamp, and I quite like the idea of having some stars. It looks like magic sparkles. So I might try and put that on first. I've got a little block here. So it would be kind of coming out there like that. So that might not work too well. I might have to put that the other side, I'm not sure. But I thought that might be quite nice on there. So I might just do that. And I've got some gold stickles that I might just use to enhance those bits. So let's give that a try, because I would really feel like she needs something more to do with, from her, some sort of extra bits coming out of her. See how these come out. Actually, I haven't used this one, so I might just stamp on a random piece of paper first. Try it out, and then do it again on here. Might put believe somewhere else, or not use the broderie anglais piece at all. Use that on something else, maybe, or a small piece. I don't know. I'm just going to use these little sparkles first. And they're just coming out of her, maybe out of her mouth, from her hand. Either way, let's hope it comes off, and then I'll just add some little sparkles to it. Yeah, that looks quite pretty. That works really nice. And then let's just see if I can get this, a few little dots of gold. Gold glitter here and there. Yeah, that's quite nice. I might put a few more on. Gotta be careful not to overdo it. Just touch it. Okay. I think that might be enough, possibly. I want to put some on her, but I'm a bit nervous. I don't want to spoil her, but I think she could do with a little bit of gold on her wings. I just put a few. Coming out a bit thick now. I'm just going to have my book handy to just put a few little touches on her wings. Okay. I think that will be enough on there. So, right, now, I still like the idea of putting believe down here. Maybe it doesn't need much behind it. What I might just do is edge it with some purple. Maybe this will just be the finishing touch it needs. And then I might put a little something in that corner. Be careful not to touch my glitter glue. Got to allow it to dry. Just do a little bit around the edge. Oop! Ah. We're okay. We're okay. Right. So how about I put that there? Do I need to stamp anything else? I might be able to. I think I'm going to have to use Fabri-Tac to stick this on because it's going onto fabric and it's quite thick. So, excuse my arm. There we go. Let's just try that. Believe. There we are. That's gone on there. I think my timer's just not come on, which I thought I had made it start, so I need to restart it, otherwise I don't know where I am time-wise with these things. Okay, just turned off my camera for a moment just to let the timer catch up with me a bit. I just like to keep an eye on the time, so otherwise I can completely lose track and I'll be here all afternoon. So this is stuck down. I had to add a little bit extra glue here, and it's made a bit of a mess in this corner, which is a bit of a shame. So I think I might try and see if one of these new little sparkly flowers will just cover that space. And if I can get it out. I think I can feel one of my new boxes. Oh no, I might not be. The box might actually be too big for these. I'm just going to put them in this little dish for a moment. Find somewhere to put them afterwards. Now I've ripped the packaging to pieces. Right, so let's see if this little flower would work there. that might look alright. Now, do I dare use the Fabri-Tac again and just make more mess? It's having one of its exploding days, I think. It just wants to keep on coming out. So I have to try and cover it. Stop it going everywhere. Stick this little thing down. There. Looks sweet. I either can't get the Fabri-Tac to come out at all, or it just will not stop. Right. Now I just feel it needs a little something up in this corner. I've got to be careful because I don't want to mess up my little glittery bit, which I'm really quite pleased with how they've turned out. I'm thinking about possibly a piece of this, because I think the colour actually is this colour here across the edge. Would look quite nice. Just have a little piece there, just in the corner. I've got my little box of bows out. Obviously I've got some new ones to add to it. It's just got a little mixture of bits and pieces I've picked up. So I've got these little bows, which it's got a bit of the lilac in it. It's got little lilac stars, so maybe that would look quite nice on there. Is that too much? Or can I do it like that on the side? A little bow up there. Let's just cut a piece off and try it. Got to trim off this little bit because that's annoying me. Let's just see if that would look nice. Just a bit like a tab on the side of the journal card. And then have this little bow. Which way is the right way round? That way, I think. Have the little bow there. I think that might just finish it off. Needs a little something there. So, bit of Fabri-Tac. And pop that there. Such pretty lace, this. Really pleased I got this. And then a little bow there. Oops. Oop, attached. Just pop that there. And I think that's a little journal card ready to go. I think that's quite sweet. A little bit of Fabri-Tac showing there. Oh, it's come off. Good, good. Okay, and it is already backed, so it's all ready to go. It just needs to dry. So that's one piece done. Put that to one side. Then we've got the little tag with the window pocket that we made in Rachel's challenge, which for you was last week, for me it was this morning. So it's still fresh in my mind. So what I want to do here, I think, I'm not sure really. Wondering whether to do a little bit of, again, a little bit of stamping on here. Wondering about this mushroom stamp here, which might look quite nice in this corner. I'm not normally a big mushroom person, but it seemed to be appropriate for fairies. I've got this mushroom sticker as well. Kind of goes with the colour in here. Maybe that would look better than a stamp. Let's hold that thought for a moment. What else have I got that might go in here? Obviously I need to put something through the hole at the top. Quite like to use this, I think. If I can find a way to unravel it. Oh, it's coming through. I think I'd like to put a eyelet, that's the word, an eyelet through here. I'll just grab my eyelets, I think. And I have gone ahead and backed this tag. You can see it's the pale blue dyed paper. So I'm just going to let's find a suitable eyelet to go in there. Obviously I've got some turquoise ones, I don't know if that will work. I quite fancy a, let's see if I've got a star. Maybe a gold star. There's a gold there. Something here. No, that's normal gold one. Or this one. Which one would look better? Gold. Looks lovely. Teal. Whoops. How do you look in there, teal? Maybe I'll do the teal. I think I have silver flowers, not gold stars. I've got white stars. This will be fine. Oop. And got my big bite handy here. Already set on the eyelet setter bit, so just going to make sure I line it up properly. And we're on. Now let's put that there. Let's see if I've got anything else that I could add to that. Just looking quickly through my ephemera pieces that I gathered. I need something small. Don't know if that might not be the right colour. There's a small butterfly there. This is the wrong. It's much too green, isn't it? Yes. I've got this big old pack of bits and pieces that I bought. So I'll see if I've got anything in here that would work. doily. Let's just see if she would work a letter to her out. Always a bit dangerous tearing around things that you can't replace. Just a nice sweet little image. I'd like to see if it would work on here. I don't know if it will. That might be okay. I wonder if that would go better underneath, like that. And then have some sort of word like sparkle. Oh, I know I have the words from Barbara at 49 Dragonflies. She's done a sheet of fairy phrases and words and things like that. Aha. I've just printed it onto normal copy paper, so I have to vintage it up a bit, I think. Where'd my ruler go? I like this one. Where was it? Shh, fairies sleep here. See if that would look. It's a bit white. Oh, it's a bit long too. Make it a little bit shorter. Might just fit on. No, it's too big here. That's a shame. What else can I put there? Make a wish and always dream. I could always split that. This one is a bit hard to split, but I could split another one that's a bit long. Oh, there's another one here. It says, tread carefully, fairies play here. Maybe I'll do that one. Let's get this ink out of the way before I start getting purple over. Oops, sorry. Before I get the purple on everything. Just move that away. Right. Just going to go down here. And carefully fairies play here, and it looks, because that little picture looks like she's playing. And then I can, that might fit better. Let's have a look. Okay, so if I pop that down here and put the mushrooms over the top. Tread carefully, fairies play here. Yep, if I do a little bit of vintaging, a little bit of distressing on these bits, maybe they'll look better. Blend in a bit better. Just got to find, oops, I had a piece of paper knocking around. Just a second. This will do. I can use this to do my distressing. Oops. Let's see. A nice little edge, and then I'll just give it a light, very light dusting. Soften that a bit. Okay, that's rather sweet. I like that. Then, oh, I've got Fabri-Tac going everywhere. Just a second. It's breaking out of its it's breaking out of its topper and spilling everywhere. And I've got a big lump on my desk, which is not great. I think this is a wet one. I'm going to right old mess here. So I'm going to get some of this off my desk before it sets. It might pick off, I suppose, but not taking the chance. Right. Now its little top is all gunked up as well. Well, I'll be able to pick that out later when it dries. Right, okay, sorry about that. Okay, and then this one I need to properly ink up. Might have been better off printing it onto some of my oatmeal paper, which is a bit thicker and a little bit of a warmer colour. I might reprint these onto another piece of paper that's a better colour. These were a little bit white looking. It's not too bad, it's coming. I'll pick them up now. Let's give a good ink around the edge. It might look okay. Let's have a look. Oops. Okay. Tread carefully. Fairies play here. And they play under the mushrooms. Like that, I think. Okay. Right, we'll go with art glitter glue, I think, for this one. I don't really want that to appear below my little window, do I? Yeah, it's just about covered up. And that goes there. I'll just have to trim off the edge. That doesn't matter, I could fold it round, I guess. Just got to get the backing off, always the hard part on these things. There it comes. There it comes. Yep, a bit lower. Okay. Oop. Try folding it around and around on that side. There we are. Okay, and last bit, I'm going to go there. So I quite like the idea of the tread carefully, just appearing above there. Yep, I might just do that. And then you've got to open it to find out why you've got to tread carefully. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. There we are. Right, and I was going to use try and use a bit of this thread through the top. See if that will go through. Okay, let's just tie it. See how it looks. Can I do a bow? Probably not. Shall I try? Once. I'll try once. If it doesn't work, I'll try again off camera, because I know that these things are usually at least a 3 attempt job. Yeah, so it hasn't come out terribly well, so I'll leave that for now. So that's there. I need to put my little tag in. I think I identified a tag that would look quite nice in there, didn't I? When I was doing you probably can't remember, when I was doing the challenge, I did find a little tag that would work quite well. Now, what did I do with it? Might just need to put a little topper on that. Is it going to fit? Yeah, I'm going to put a little topper on it before I lose it in there. Now, what can I use? Can I use a little bit of this? Or let's see. What about this piece of teal lace on the top there? That would look quite nice there. I might just staple it. I might just try and staple it with my Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. It's always tricky to get the actual top inside the attacher without it going crooked. Okay, going for it. And we have crooked, but it doesn't matter. I don't think. I'm going to put a little tiny... I want to put a little tiny sequin thingy on there to cover up my staple. I just want one. Right, where's my little tool from Rhonda? There we go. All ready to hand. Just one. Pick one up. Oh, maybe I need more than one. They're so tiny. I might need a row. Right. Don't want them going everywhere. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And put them in a little dish with the other flowers. I'm going to do a little bead of glue across that staple and try and stick my little sequins on. All right. The first one in the middle. I think I need double implements on this job. I need my little tweezers as well. Don't know if it's going to hold. And one there. And this one right way up would be good. There. Oh, now this one's come off. Okay, this is a tricky job. Right, these have now, I think they've stuck on nicely. I've just popped the tag in there just to make sure it does fit. And it does, it fits really nicely. And I've just rounded the bottom corners to help it slide in a bit more successfully. And I don't want it to go completely in. I want a little bit above the little flowers, little sparkly flowers to show above. But I want to do a couple of little finishing touches now. I've got this little die cut butterfly, which I cut. I want to make sure I've got the right side. I had a piece of packaging paper that when I was using the sprays, just when I was trying them out, before I was sure whether they'd actually worked, I used this packaging paper to try them out. It's quite a big piece of packaging paper, and I've still got quite a lot of it left. So I've got that piece left. It's just, I think it was just screwed up in a handbag that I bought. So I've got that piece, and I've got this other enormous piece as well. And you'll see it's all sparkly from all the sprays. So I've been doing a bit of die cutting, and so I've die cut a few little butterflies, and I've got some fairies. So I'll be using them to decorate things probably in the next video. So I've got this little butterfly I'd like to put on this corner. And I'm going to add a couple of sparkles because this is the Fairy Sparkles journal after all. And I'm trying to decide whether to have one in the middle or a little row of 3. I think it's too small for 3. I think I'm just going to put one in the middle. So I'm just going to put a little blob of glue right in the middle there, and get my little sparkly and put it in the middle. I still think I need another one. I don't think one's enough. Maybe I'll put 2 on and see. Put another one there. See how that looks. I think that's okay. So while that's drying, the other thing I want to do is put a little bit of something around that frame. It needs sparkling up a little bit. So I've got some stickles here that I thought I might just dab a little bit around. This one is called, which one is this? Hasn't got a name. They do. Oh, Icicle, that's the name. So it's got quite a big nozzle. I found that the newer ones that I've bought got bigger nozzles than the old ones. My gold one's got much finer nozzle, and you can control it and get little tiny dots, which I was doing on that journal card. But this one, it's actually harder to get little tiny dots. So what I tend to do, if I can get the actual, and get it to come out the nozzle at all, put it back in the hot glitter glue. Right, let's have another go. I'm just going to dot it about, and then I thought I'd just smear it. I think I may be getting a little low on this. Oh, there it goes. That worked. Got a nice big blob now. So what I'm just going to do is just take my finger and just smear it about, and then just get a sparkly look. Don't want too much in one place. Trying to spread it out a bit. If you can see, it's getting quite sparkly now. Just get rid of some of that off the edge there. And you can see I just tied this in knot in the end. It was too thick and too bulky to try and do a bow. So I just tied a knot and then trimmed it a little bit. Now, is that sparkly enough? Make sure I've got some down at the bottom as well. Just want little bits around. There's quite a big blob here. There we are. Just catches the light. And now I can put on my little butterfly. I want just a little bit more, if I can get a little tiny bit to come out of the bottom here. There we are. It's just getting that first bit to come out, and it came out in a bit of a rush. I've got more on my finger than on the frame, I think. I think I'll be wearing sparkles for the rest of the day now. I don't seem to have got enough just along the bottom here. That's better. Okay, and then let's just put my little butterfly on that corner, because it's got the pink on the tag, so I thought I'd do the pink butterfly. I've got another one that's got more greeny colours, blues and greens, but I thought I'd bring out the pink. Just put that on that corner, and it just looks a little bit more decorated. And then that opens up. You can write on there if you want to, and you can write on the back because that's all covered and backed. Okay, so I'm pleased with how that's turned out. And then I've got my little journal card now. And I just had one little final little stamp I wanted to put on that as well. So I have no idea how long this is taking now. I've completely lost track of time. I'm just going to pop that on there. Oh, you can't really see it. Just put a few little flowers along there. There we go. They look sweet. Okay, so that little card is finished. What I may still do is put a little gold around the edge. I'll just quickly show you. I know we're getting run out of time, but I wanted to show you this and then I'll finish it. I've been working on my on this for the cover, and the gold luster mousse that I'd been using before has all dried up. It's gone all solid. So I had another look in my drawer where I keep all my mixed media things, and I found this, and it's gorgeous. It's the Cosmic Shimmer Lunar Paste, and it's like a thick paste. I think it's meant to be use it as a through stencils and things, but I just put it on my finger and it's just still quite thick and moist and usable, really. There's loads of it, and it's a sparkly gold. It's beautiful. So I just popped my finger in and just went all around the edge of this. I was going to finish it off on camera, but I think now I've shown you, I can finish it off afterwards. But it just gives a nice gold edge, and I might do the same around this card. Just give it a little gold edge. I'll have to try not to do it on everything, but it's tempting. But I think that's what I'm going to do around this card just to finish it off. And I'm going to do it around this. And this hopefully is going to be going on my cover. Okay, so I think that's all for today. It's been lots of fun. Now I'm in a mess. So thank you for joining me. And I hope you enjoyed this. Just using my new bits and pieces to make these things. Obviously there's a long way to go yet, but it's nice to have made a start on the ephemera. Not just the ones that were already printed. There's a bit of decorating I can do on some of those. I love this little window tag. What they call it? Window flip out tag. I think that's so cute. So you've got that tag to write on, and then you've got your other little tag in here as well. And I'm really pleased with how that's turned out. So thank you very much for joining me. Please do join me again soon. Bye for now.